We'll come back. We'll talk a little bit more. What are we going to do here? Let me think. I think you just took out the amp. You're going to fire up that bass, I see. You got some... You're going to give us a little intro on this one?
I'm only going to take it to 9 right now because it's a little early yet. So.
All right, well, let's see if you can hit. I think it's probably like a G that you're going to hit. So let's see if you can do that, and then we'll be back with more Motormouth Radio in a minute.
I'm driving in my car, turn on the radio.
Hi, I'm Rob Leonard, host of Beatles Songs for the past 24 years right here on WHPC. Beatles Songs airs every Friday from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m., playing the music of the Beatles together, apart, along with Beatle cover songs and songs the Beatles covered, along with songs the Beatle either guested on and or produced. And of course, we provide Beatle news. It's not the same show where they play the same 10 songs. So join me every Friday for Beatles Songs, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. on 90.3 WHPC, the voice of Nassau Community College, streaming at ncc.edu/WHPC.
This is Dennis Pitzenberger from Sticker Shock, and if you're not listening to Motormouth Radio, boy, you are lost in the smoke of the burnout. Make sure and tune in each and every week because these guys are exactly what you want to hear. Real car guys, real talk, every single weekend.
We'll be back with answers to your car questions. Give us a call at 516-572-7440. Oh, I should have
Joe, your fingers are flying.
Yeah, man, the house is actually kind of lit up there.
Very good.
They're not supposed to be red, though, right?
No.
Oh, let me go get a rag. It's time to... we got some electrical tape here. I got to stop this bleeding.
Of course we do.
Keyboards, you know what I mean?
Well, who doesn't carry electrical tape?
Yeah. It's a certified medical device as well, you know?
Yeah.
It makes it a little hard to type on, to use like your touchscreen iPhone and stuff, but
right.
I don't know. I would probably have bled out, I can't tell you how many times.
You wouldn't be able to type into your disc chronificator, which is a word that you wouldn't know what it means, and you won't find it on the Motormouth Radio website's decoder.
The decoder.
Although it may make it on there one of these days, but a disc chronificator is kind of a device that you use to disseminate information. It's kind of like the computer on Star Trek where you put those colored blocks of wood into a device and it shows you some...
I used to love those colored blocks of wood, you know what I mean? I always tried to figure out, okay, he's putting yellow in because...
Yellow, green, blue, yeah. I know. And they never have... I looked, they don't have scrape marks on them either, so they either had a soft insert like a disk drive or...
Right. Or they kept painting them after every show.
They repainted them, right. That's probably what happened. There was a guy out there with a paintbrush every day. He had like...
Yeah, because they didn't have spray in the 23rd century because it's environmentally unworthy there, you know?
Yes.
But if you want to get this chronified, we should actually stick that onto the... we should stick that in there.
We could.
We should notify the web...
But
the web guy,
if people want to find it, right, go to motormouthradio.com, and there is a tab up on top. You may want to pull that up. We can give them direct information.
Pudding.
There is the MMR decoder on the site. It's going
to be a little slow. This tape really hurts here.
Let's, while you're doing that, let me go to the phones and say hi. You're on the Motormouths.
Ray, hey, it's Glenn.
Hey, Glenn, how are you?
Been a while. Haven't talked to you, in some years. We'll see you here and there, but haven't called in a while.
You know, Glenn, you're those guys, I know why you called. This is our good friend, Glenn. It's been a while. I was just telling Joe this morning before the show a story about how I met a guy at the shop who had two 69 Camaros he wanted restored, and then I go on a Snap-on truck, and the dealer tells me about his 68 Yenko clone Camaro, and now here you are.
Was that Jerry York or no?
No,
his son had come across one of those. I ran into him at Calvin's one day.
I've been dealing with this guy through the other guy at the shop. So this is only the second time I've met him, and I've given him a lot of money so far, but I don't know his name.
Well,
who was that masked
man? My car
man?
I bought was a little 6-cylinder car, and I guess all this time and effort, and you're talking about plugs and tune-up stuff. I said, well, I've kind of been there, done that, and put an MSD, which makes a great spark.
Right.
Nowadays, some of this stuff you can buy, or even like an OEM ignition, is just top dollar. It's great. It does a good job.
Right, exactly.
But plenty of times getting shocked by that thing. Is the ignition on? Yes, it's on.
So have you been driving the car still, Glenn?
No, my car is kind of, not to say it's sandbagged. It runs, it moves, but I've been busy with other projects, and life is busy.
I know. That's what happens. I know. Last time I left off with you a few years ago, you were thinking about redoing the Mustang. And
well, the Mustang, unfortunately, that car didn't survive the hurricane.
Right, I didn't think so, yeah.
Yeah, I still always a Chevy guy, but really like my Ford. I had a couple of those too. I had the last one was the 5-speed LX car, which was a great driver around town.
Right.
So I would always say get a Fox body. Love them. They were good, cheap cars too.
Yeah, they're getting a little harder to find in good shape though these days.
Yeah, still are. But it's funny you mentioned like the ignition thing. That brought back some memories. Or like, you get out there and tune it or try to figure out what's with the plugs. Are they looking golden brown? Things like that. Nowadays,
right.
I'm lucky I checked the oil on my car.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I know. That happens. Well, especially when you have kids, that takes up a lot of your time.
Things are busy, but I think, now looking back at like all the years, whatever, and I've never really bought any other cars since, let's say, the Mustang, and I never got rid of my Camaro.
Right.
Anyway, I think, man, it'd be nice to get back into another car. You're talking about reviving a car or even flipping a car.
Right.
Like, it comes down to time, effort, and
sure, and space.
Well, if I were to buy it, I think I'd keep it.
Well, you and us both, yeah.
That's what happens. It's like you get, I can make some money off of this thing. I just got to do this, that, and the other thing. And then when you got it together, and now
you don't want to get rid of it.
It
looks
like
at
you those puppy headlights. And next thing you know, you got a parking spot.
All the stuff driving around with work. I spotted a 440 wagon, a Dodge Coronet wagon.
Oh, wow.
Neat car you don't see much of. I don't know if it was just badged like that.
What year? Was it a 60s car or a 70s car?
Yeah, like a 60s. I want to say like maybe later 60s, 67.
Okay.
Red, neat, with like the dog dish hubcaps. And I was like, wow, what a perfect car.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I would dig a wagon again.
Oh, yeah, me too, yeah.
We'll see what happens in life.
Right.
But,
well, see, you could justify that, Glenn, because now like with the family and the kid. Hey, we got to throw the stuff in the back of the wagon. Let's go to the lake.
We all need some type of utility
wagon. I have the Suburban.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but a '60s American wagon is just so cool. I was just telling Joe before the show at the shop, we took the '66 Biscayne out for a drive to kind of make sure it's okay, and we're going to put it up on eBay. And I told Mike, who's driving the car, I said, man, you took me right back to 1978 when I used to drive one of these every day. And it's just so cool being in that old car again. Manual steering, manual brakes, open the windows, get some air, and it's just kind of cool.
Crank them down. That's the way it was. I was a little later, I guess, when...
Yeah.
Well, my uncle had the Vista Cruiser, which was neat. My dad handed down to me a Pontiac wagon, but it was more along the lines of... I guess the Malibu, was that an A-body?
Malibu's A-bodies, yeah.
Late 70s, early 80s. And that was a cool wagon, too. It was a small block.
Which one did you hit the deal with?
Oh, that was a Mercury Marquis. That probably saved my life.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that big tanker, sure.
That was a full-size, like the Country Squire style. And that was...
It's a lot of metal.
I all of a sudden just going ambling down the highway. I'm like, what's that in the road? Well, no time to react, and just caught him by the hind leg, and that was the end of that.
Yeah.
So, deer strike.
Right.
But the big car saved my life, I bet. I mean, the A-pillar was all crushed. And
yikes. It takes a lot of force to crunch one of them things.
I think it was at least a 5,000-pound car.
Yeah.
So
I bet you that deer didn't like it too much either.
No, he didn't make it. We won the battle.
Yeah, right.
Instant venison.
Right.
So I was out just moving stuff around. I just started up my car, and it says, I think it's 12 o'clock, and I turned on the radio.
And there we are.
Yeah, so I'm in the garage. I'm trying to clean out my garage because I use it to do other things, and I put my car outside.
Right.
I don't like to, whatever. It's a driver. It's a real car. It's not a trailer clean.
That's the thing I always admired about Glenn. I for a while, I used to see you going to and from work when you were in Wantor, and you'd see this red Camaro driving down Sunrise Highway with the stripes. Like, there's Glenn. That's cool. Just having it out on the road
all the time. That was
Yeah.
That was
Isn't
the
that
best
cool?
part of that commute.
Yeah.
Remember when you could tell people by their cars?
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? It's not like, oh, there goes a blue Camry. Or,
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, yeah, now they're all, what do you
Black
got? You call them
Taurus
jelly
and-
beans, right?
Yeah,
So
right.
it's like, what color
all-
were you
right,
want?
you know,
Want red? Yeah, we got
because
red.
there was like a million Camaros, a million Chevelles, Mustangs, whatever.
They had character.
Yeah, they all had character.
Who had
a little
Craigers,
bit,
who
yeah,
had-
again, different wheels, slightly different
Right,
colors,
personalize it your way.
different sounds by exhaust systems or whatever.
Side pipes,
so
garage
you
maybe.
knew somebody from like a block away, just either by looking or listening. You know,
Yeah.
now.
But now these newer cars, some of these cars have tremendous amount of horsepower.
Oh, they do,
right
but
out
they're
of-
still
right out of the
friggin'
dealer.
anonymous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And the mods you can put on them, I mean, are just staggering.
It is. It is.
It's costly too, I bet, with some of them.
Sure.
Technology
I
is
look at some of the
kick-ass.
tuner
Yep.
cars and some of these other. I mean, there's some unique stuff out there that people are driving around in. I guess not so much the older muscle cars. Like I would love to retrofit an older motor. I mean, a newer motor in the car, like a LS platform.
I
But
mean, I'll tell you, Mike has
Time
that
will tell.
the Camaro 50th anniversary Camaro. I drove in that car. It's got the multiple exhaust note thing
Yeah.
and the multiple power. That car boogies, man. When you put it into sport mode, it really goes.
Yeah.
you talk about the new.
Yeah.
The new,
Yeah. Ooh.
well, I mean, those.
They're no joke.
What's the price tag to get into one?
Well, yeah. I mean, that's you know, but someone had done that. They equated today's dollars to like the 60s and 70s dollars, and it was kind of like the same kind of percentage of money spent. Like back then, to spend $8,000 on a car was a lot of money, and today that's like 40. You know,
Right? Yeah.
I mean,
That's
we
the
still
price
think.
tag.
You know, the problem is our brains still think in the $8,000 range.
Right, sure.
And they say, what? 40?
$8,000. I remember trying to buy that Trans Am back in 1974. $4,000.
I know.
What are you out of your mind?
But
I would
by
have had that
today's
car now.
standard, that's what we want for a bargain. Now
Right.
you get $3,000 for that car.
Yeah, now you're going to pay more than that just for rust panel repair. You know.
Seriously, seriously,
Oh,
yeah.
around
So
here,
things
yeah,
are
it's-
things are different. Yeah, well, it's all has to do with the inflation, all that other stuff. I mean, then again, people used to make $200 a week, and they were doing okay.
Or less.
You know,
Glenn, we got to get you in here one week, but get you down, get the Camaro down here, get you in the studio, and talk with us in
I got to
person.
get it registered and inspected. It's insured. I just let things lapse, and like
Yeah.
I said, it's a driver.
Right.
Always having fun, but I figured I'd give you a call. I haven't spoken to you in a bit.
Well, we'll just get you
Always
down
good to
here.
hear
That's
from you.
okay.
Yeah, come on
Get you
down.
in, yeah.
All right, well, I'll be in touch. Or I got you, like I said, on the email or whatever. And
Yep.
I
You know
finally
where
got a
to find us.
smartphone.
Right. And
Up to speed with that. And
yep.
trying
And
to
yeah.
keep busy with things.
And
it just seems like-
if you stop by the house, my wife will grab you because she's just telling me again today. She goes, I'm really thinking I want to convert to FiOS. I'm like, well, I only know one guy that I would trust for doing that. And that's,
right there you go.
Hey, if you ring me up, I'll come on over. Like
Right.
that time, you probably thought you put me up to prank Chris out that time. I had the motor mouth shirt on, working on the side of the house.
Right.
He
And that-
shows up.
yeah, exactly. Oh,
Like,
cool.
"Is it a joke here? You got the guy working on your house on the ladder. And he's got
Yeah, and Motormouth Radio shirt, yeah.
You never know where you're going to find us.
And we're going to have more of that on the website. We're going to do a Motormouth Radio T-shirt contest. It's up there. You can pick between Joe's design and mine, and pick the one you like best, and we'll have the
Then
results.
we're going to have them printed up and whatever. Then we just got to get one of those cool T-shirt cans to shoot them out of.
We can build that.
All right. Well,
Yes.
I'll check it out. Like I said, trying to keep more up to speed, and everything's time.
Okay.
Time to listen to you guys. Time
Got it.
to find time to mow the lawn, work around the
I know.
house, and then get back to work.
And
8 enough hours in the day.
Our shows are up on the website as well, available as podcasts on motormouthradio.com, so you can always download it, listen to it on your phone if you want.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's an option too. I
We're
had
always
done that
available.
a while, and then my other little iPod got all screwed up. Now I finally got a decent phone. Finally,
Cool.
I finally broke down and went
Nice.
mainstream.
Very good. All right, Glenn, it was a pleasure talking to you, buddy.
All right, guys.
Hey, man,
Happy
great
mowing.
talking to you.
All right, we'll talk to you again
Stay
soon.
in touch.
Yep.
All right.
Bye.
So long. All right, Joe, that's what leads us to our next break. I want to talk about also the party mix you can catch here on WHPC Saturdays at 4 p.m.
Oh, now I want party mix.
You can get, well, it's not, no, I'm not talking about like the chip stuff in the bowl. This is a radio
Yeah,
show.
when I go to get the donuts, I have to get a bag of that now.
I know.
You're killing me here.
You can get the night started with host Stephanie Lombardo. She's a great gal. We've dealt with her in the past. And a mix of feel-good tunes, including hip-hop, techno, dance classics, and current hits, which kind of brings us to you're going to do another current hit for us, but I saw you put the electric bass down. Now you have a stand-up bass, which is taller than you.
Everything's taller than me. You know that.
Okay, start plucking the stand-up, and on Motormouth Radio, we'll be back with more as soon as we're done with this break. We'll catch you in a minute.
My gal is red hot. Your gal ain't doodly squat. Yeah.